The study I'm reviewing is a failed replication of She and colleagues' findings on stereotype susceptibility. Now, stereotype susceptibility is where the awareness of a stereotype regarding one's in-group has an effect on the performance in a task relevant to that stereotype. Now, She et al. And colleagues did these experiments by first priming participants with either a negative or a positive stereotype. Then the participants would perform a task, and then following that task it was found that the results were dependent on the positive or negative priming of the stereotypes. Now, it is theorized that this could be due to stereotype threat, whereby there is it's implicit in the mind while taking the test that stereotype is present, and so there is stress to overcome the stereotype. There is a burden on, say, for instance, women to show that the stereotype is wrong, and this has a detrimental effect on their performance. And my study replicated She et al.'s study very closely. They primed Asians with a positive Asian stereotype regarding mathematical ability, and the same Asian women with a negative stereotype regarding gender ability, and another group they did not prime with any stereotypes at all. But following the maths test after this priming, there was no difference in the results, no significant difference. And this rejects the initial hypothesis. Now, there are many limitations to this study. One is that there were less participants, so there was less power. Also, the findings could be due to different areas. It may be that some states have stronger stereotypes within their subconscious than others. Also, times change, so perhaps stereotypes were stronger when the original studies took place. Furthermore, the effect of stereotype susceptibility may be too small to measure accurately. And also, there were slightly different study designs. So the experimenters in the original were just white females. In the study I'm reviewing, there was a white male experimenter, a female experimenter, and an Asian experimenter. Now, implications for this study is that it adds to the growing replicability crisis that psychology is experiencing. Also, it could be that society is changing and we're moving away from having stereotypes in the back of our mind affecting our performance. It is really important to find out what are the conditions where stereotype susceptibility comes into play. Perhaps modifications to the theory need to be made, and more research is needed to refute this overwhelming consensus.